Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Codex podcast. I'm your host, Maurice Cerullo. We're on to episode 53. It is Tuesday, September 27th, 2016. I am joined, as always, by my three bestest friends in the whole wide world, Carl Bird, Aaron Tejeda, and Victor Moyo. Boys, how are we doing?
I'm good. We're good? Everyone's good.
Yeah.
We're all good.
We got a good docket list program today, right, Vic? I mean, we do have a main topic. You have a docket. You have a very special docket for yourself.
I believe they're just called copious notes. Yes. I believe that is the professional term.
That sounds like a good t-shirt.
We're professional now.
We are.
So
I would like to see that as a t-shirt.
I like that. Write that down. No one else take that idea. As our viewers might notice, Vic is in pop filter jail.
yeah.
For some reason, Vic's peas cannot be contained.
Those peas are popping, bro.
They really are popping. Oh my goodness. Vic, start us off with your notes. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, this past Sunday, I watched the WWE's Raw pay-per-view, Clash of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just your slightly above average episode of Monday Night Raw. Apparently all the titles were on the line, so all the champions had to defend their belts. So it was a 50-50 show. I'll say that it began with the New Day defending against the tag team titles against Gallows and Anderson. And of course the New Day won, so they're on day 401 of their overly year-long title reign.
Wow.
Yep, for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And right now I gotta say that I'm over Gallows and Anderson because the way they've been treated, they're just a couple of high rate jobbers at best right now.
And they were really they were coming in hot from New Japan Bullet Club. I think Anderson was the leader at one point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I know AJ Styles was.
Yeah, because I was reading that the ace is different from the leader, so a little bit different out there. But they were on fire and they were doing really good with AJ. And then as soon as they got split up during the draft, they seemed to have dropped considerably.
Yeah, and them doing dumb skits like the old day a few weeks ago didn't help them any. So
my guess is that I think they maybe had planned them with Finn Balor, and that kind of got screwed up. So now they're just kind of, doing their best.
Probably, yeah.
Have you been watching, Carl?
No.
No, me either. Yeah. I'm watching some SmackDown, not really Raw or the pay-per-views. I usually follow Vic's live tweeting of the pay-per-views.
Yeah, and I also enjoyed the Cruiserweight match, TJ Perkins defending his Cruiserweight title against...
What did you think of his theme song?
I thought it was interesting.
It was like Mega Man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I like the 8-bit aesthetic.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, so it was kind
Didn't
of cool.
Yoshi Tatsu have a song kind of like 8-bit?
Did he? I don't remember.
I believe so.
Yeah, but they had a good match, him and Brian Kendrick, and of course Perkins retained. And then you had Chris Jericho defeat Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the final match in the Best of 7 series between Cesaro and Sheamus. And, they had a pretty good match, but damn, right in the middle of it, Cesaro did this suicide dive, and he landed straight on the top of his head.
I did see the gif of that. Thankfully, he came out okay.
Yeah, thankfully he came out okay, but I guess the medical staff had to stop the match, so their Best of 7 series ended in a complete no contest.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, man, these wrestlers, especially like Big E in particular, they need to stop doing that fucking move, man. Because at some point, somebody's gonna either break their neck live on camera, or somebody's gonna end up dead or paralyzed.
They do call it the suicide dive, for a reason.
Yeah, true.
You're literally just go dive into your couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's scary enough.
scares the fuck out of me whenever he does it.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna die like one day real soon.
Mm-hmm. And like it's like everybody does it now, like them too, Dean Ambrose. Yeah, it's like
They do it a lot. Like every once in a
Sasha Banks.
Yep.
She almost kills herself every time she does it too. Like she
Yeah.
tries to like flip, and the next thing you know, it's just.
Yeah, they just do it too much. It's good if you pull it out every once in a while. But when you have everyone doing it, it's really not needed. I mean, Steve Austin was a good wrestler before he hurt his neck, but he got over on literally punching and kicking people. So
yeah,
they don't need to do so much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then speaking of the women's match, the triple threat, Charlotte retained against Sasha Banks and Bayley with assist from Dana Brooke. And I'm sorry, but Dana Brooke sucks. I don't know why she's on the main roster. I don't know why they called her up from NXT.
She's hot.
Nah, she it was like Homer Simpson shot her in the face with a makeup gun. Like she wears way too much makeup.
Well, I think they do all
They all
this.
do.
So
They
don't
all
have even like the male.
I remember meeting Lily Garcia and like her face was like caked up with makeup.
Well,
You're on TV.
like, at least like for the other women who wear makeup, it looks natural on it. But Dana Brooke, man, it's like, yo, tone it down. It's like a mask. But yeah, and she's got to step her in-ring game up. But
You would really see it better if you had a 4K TV.
oh Jesus. Yeah. Anyway,
She probably should have been kept in NXT a little bit longer, but that was another injury thing where she was coming up with Emma because they had a good thing going, and then Emma got hurt. So injuries left and right. So it's kind of in there. She's not ready for that program with Charlotte, I feel. But hey, here we are.
Yep. And then you had 2 more matches. You had Roman Reigns beat Rusev to win the United States Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So Roman Reigns, he's firmly in the mid card where he should be. You know, and I don't have anything against Roman Reigns, but you know,
Yeah, you do. Tell them why you're mad.
I'm against the fact that Vince McMahon so insisted on shoving him down everyone's throats, like he's supposed to be the next John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
But let him pal around with the U.S. belt for a while. You know, I think that's where it should be.
I still say it should have been him winning the U.S. title at WrestleMania 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what should have happened.
Yeah. And then, last but not least, you had your main event, Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion, defending against Seth Rollins. And it was a decent match. And, of course, Kevin Owens retained with the assist from Y2J. So Kevin Owens is still the master of the WWE Universe. And that belt still looks ugly as sin, but, you know, they're not going to change it. So what are you going to do? But Kevin Owens is still cool.
Yeah, I enjoy Kevin Owens. Doesn't make sense that Sami Zayn beat him clean last month, and then Chris Jericho beat Sami Zayn, and then Chris Jericho, who I love, but he's like 100 years old, is interfering in the main event. It's weird.
Yeah, but you know what I will say with Jericho, he's actually still doing the damn thing, and he's still doing some of his best heel work in years with the shitty scarf and the pretentious douchebag behavior. He's kind of like he really does look like the fat Bon Jovi, but he pulls it off so well. You gotta give him credit for that.
I do, yeah. I've heard good things.
Yeah, and then Raw happened, and I only watched the first hour because I watched the presidential debates, but we won't get into that.
Nope.
No, why not?
Nope.
Well, actually, you know what?
Nope. I will turn this car around.
All right,
not be
all right.
delving into politics on the Codex podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a hard no. Boom.
Okay. Well, I
Hey, man.
Nope, that's a hard no.
Why are you trying to keep us down?
Because that's what I do.
Man.
As a resident minority on the Codex podcast, I have to keep the majority down.
I will say this. Viewers, just check out my Twitter feed.
Yes, there you go.
Because I live tweeted the
Not from the Codex podcast Twitter, from his own
from my own personal Twitter. Yes.
Plug it in.
At Victor Omoyo.
But you can find us at Codex podcast.
And you can find us at the Codex Prime podcast at Codex Prime Cast.
That's right.
On Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I did not watch that. I watched. I played Overwatch last night. That's what I did, and then I just waited for people to tell me what to think the next day. So,
It sounds about something you did.
I did it too hard to Overwatch. I was working and had a football game on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Football. Those ratings are down too. Yeah,
That's because 80 million people were watching the presidential debates.
that just means 3 out of the 4 people in the country are not watching the presidential debates.
Right. What? No, that math doesn't check out. You just said 3 out of 4 people were not. That makes no sense.
300 million, 80 million. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 were not watching.
Maybe those 3 out of 4 don't have a TV.
It's possible, but no.
Maybe 2 out of those 4 were streaming it. There were a lot of streaming options, you see. A lot of them.
I just read Victor's live tweets,
Everywhere.
which our listeners can also do, and viewers on Facebook. So
There you go.
but
It was an interesting debate, to say the least.
sure was.
You should have watched it.
I watch snippets. That's why I watch Raw. I never watch this stuff live. I just watch the snippets the next day.
You should have watched it, Carl.
We'll actually get into that a
I
little
was
later.
working.
We'll get into that a little bit later.
You just said you were watching football.
I had it on the TV, but I was working.
Yes.
I'm trying to get me in trouble.
But we'll
So
talk about that a little
your
bit
job.
later with the I no longer watch live television tangent. Not tangent, but we'll discuss it later.
Yeah. Okay.
More
Sure.
stuff.
Listen, man. I can see that you're scared. I will go ahead
I will
and
not be
I will
talking.
let you off the hook here.
I will not.
Me and Victor will just be informed
You know-
parties. 2 out of 4 of the Codex Prime podcast watch the debate.
We will. Here's what we're gonna do, because we've talked about this. We've talked about having some offshoots of the Codex Prime podcast, so we can have a political podcast with the two of you. That sounds fantastic.
Speaking of offshoots of the Codex Prime podcast, I'll be launching my film review
Oh, yeah.
show on the Codex Prime podcast real soon. So check it out, listeners.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have the same channel, so you don't have to download. You don't have to go searching for other podcasts. It'll be the same channel, but you'll get it a different name.
That's really great news for everyone that hated Victor's film reviews.
See, don't listen to these two haters here, people. Y'all know what's up.
That's great. I am looking forward to that. So it's gonna be Victor's expansion of Victor's Quarter in a way.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, we'll have a few more.
You
ideas.
sure it's
Do you have-
not
do you have
just
a name
gonna
for
be
that yet?
Victor's Corner?
What's up?
Is it just gonna be Victor's Corner?
No, I'll come up with a different name.
I like that. Yeah, we have a few more ideas percolating, so we'll catch up on that news once we, as we go forward.
Yeah, and you guys can have your Patriots beat off hour. I don't know, whatever you call
Well,
it.
I was thinking about it. That's a good name. Write that down.
I enjoy that.
Jeez, as it rolls off the tongue. Oh goodness.
It gets so many downloads. Do you know how many fans have Patriots beat up?
Oh, yeah, well,
That's Monday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Man. That's not how it works.
Listen, bro, there were pictures released this morning of Tom Brady nude sunbathing in Italy, okay?
so what have you been up to,
This
Maurice?
week was a special Patriot. No, I'm just kidding.
It was a picture of a goat.
Right.
Yeah, I did see that.
Right.
The goat.
The goat.
A goat.
Hmm?
Not Dak Prescott.
Right.
Actually,
Listen.
you guys won, right?
Yes, we did.
Nice
Our
work.
boys look good,
Yeah.
They also played the Bears, so
which is
Take-
good.
take
It was a
that
nice. It was
with
a
a
nice.
grain of
It was a nice tune-up game.
it
was a nice tune-up game.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'm glad. Like I said.
Let me have
If
mine.
Colorad's happy, I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sure.
I have no reason to lie. Anything else, Vic?
One more thing. For any of you fans of musicals or Wizard of Oz, check out Wicked, which is playing at the Providence Performing Arts Center right now.
I did see on Instagram that you went to go see that.
Yeah, awesome show, man. You should definitely check it out. For me, it's like the best version of the Wizard of Oz tale there is.
Even better than The Wiz?
Way better than The Wiz.
Listen,
Yo, listen, Carl,
the Wiz holds a special place in my heart.
I can understand that, but The Wiz does not hold up. I watched that last year. That movie sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Like it's got Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Nipsey Russell, great talents, but the movie did not need to be 2 hours and 15 minutes long. And the
Still a
set,
classic.
Carl,
It's still a classic.
I don't think I've
It
ever
is
seen
still
this.
a classic.
Carl,
And-
I think you need to engage this debate. I think you need to.
It's still a classic. Listen, I haven't watched that movie in like 20 years.
and
State your case, Carl.
The movie's a classic. I mean, you can't tell me that's not. It's a fun movie. It's not one of those stick up the ass Oscars that you love so much. It's a fun movie. Lay down the freaking Ben Carson stance, relax, and just watch it and enjoy the fuck out of it.
look, a classic fun movie is the original Wizard of Oz from 1939, but The Wiz. I mean,
You would say that.
the set design is
I love that movie.
like the set
You
design
would say that.
and the pacing was total wank. All right,
Wank alert.
exactly.
I got one of those in a long time.
And I'm sorry, but with The Wiz does not grow. Like I'm watching it as a 32-year-old man, it does not hold up, man. It's like Family Matters. It does not hold up.
Carl
Right. What he's saying is it's no Space Jam, Carl.
That is
Sorry.
true. Oh, good point. Good point. Now it makes sense.
Alright.
Carl Bird, your
What?
task is to watch
What?
The Wiz.
I'll watch The Wiz again. So
And
like
Space
that.
Jam. Just to enjoy yourself.
I was Space Jam was on like 2 weeks ago, and I think I actually reached out to Victor. I was like, "Yo, Victor, put it on FX." Oh, what's on? Oh, what the fuck, Carl?
Victor hates fun.
That
He
is true.
does.
I don't hate fun, man. I mean,
Did you have fun playing Overwatch?
not well.
And you
Do you
hate fun.
hate fun?
fun.
Come on, man. I had fun playing The Witcher 3.
Victor hates fun.
I had fun playing Doom.
Witcher 3 is pretty fun, not gonna lie.
Is it? Okay.
I'm with him on that one.
I just want to keep saying Victor hates fun.
You can't have fun playing.
I mean, Victor would love Space Jam if it was a team of terminally ill cancer patients.
I was waiting for it. I was
Well,
waiting
yeah,
for
if
it.
you think about it, the Monstars did come from a dying planet. So
That
that's kind
is
of right
true.
up his alley.
Oh yeah, true. There you go, Vic.
Okay, first of all, I do not accept this meme of me liking death and cancer. Patients. Come on now.
We'll let the viewers listen to the new Victor's Redux Corner, and we'll decide. They will decide for us.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna go.
Smart.
Now I jump back into just reading some Star Wars Aftermath a little bit. Getting back along to that book. Haven't finished it yet, but I'll have a full review fairly soon. I realized how much I missed reading once I was really getting into that. Really helps the vocab. That word percolating I used earlier, totally got that from that book. I haven't used that in a long while. I gotta start using that again. But I go back to that. Been playing more Overwatch. Got into the competitive, which I don't know if I talked about that in the show.
I don't think you did.
We delved the
I
competitive
might
a
have
little
been the only one to play
Yeah.
competitive the last time we spoke.
It's fun. We do the play some matches, and we jump in every once in a while. It's nice because there's a bunch of, as you know, there's 22 heroes right now, and in quick play there's 6-on-6. You can have 6 of the same hero. So last night, I don't know if I told you, Eric, we played against 5 Maze.
You did tell me
and
that.
1 Mercy, and she just
And
freezes
I was
you.
angry for you.
Yes.
I hate cheese.
Yes, we call it cheese because we're just being dumb, being stupid. It's quick play, I get it. But when you play competitive, it's 1 hero limit, so you can only have 1 per hero, so you don't get that cheese, which is nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we've been doing pretty good. I'm around rank 2300, I think that's where I was, which is gold, I think.
It is gold.
Yeah, you go platinum to 3000, and then
2500 you go up to platinum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the highest one?
There's like 4 more tiers.
Oh,
after
shit.
that.
Okay.
I am currently platinum.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I've got a long way to go.
Yeah. Okay. It's cool because if you get to a certain point, you won't get knocked down if you lose a lot.
Yeah.
Which is nice because we got screwed out of one of our games. But yeah, it's fun. Overwatch is great. Still going back to Thursday. Didn't play this past Thursday because of prior obligations in the Patriots game that was ongoing. But did you play this? I never asked you how your Thursday worked because I wasn't in the office on Friday.
Right.
How'd that go?
Went up and down as Overwatches want to do.
Yes.
It happens. We went 5-5 for the night, but you know, I had the Patriots game on my iPad.
Twitter, live stream Twitter. It's a good stream.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. And yeah, I greatly enjoyed that beatdown we handed the Texans while playing Overwatch. It was pretty fantastic. No, Overwatch just continues to be fun, man. If you've got a team that will actually talk to each other and listen, it's really fun. My team doesn't do that.
I was
all
gonna say,
the time.
I feel like that was you're projecting.
That? No.
Yeah.
No,
You're
not all
projecting
the
something.
time. Not
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
But when we do, it still feels magical,
Yep.
at least to me.
Yep.
There's definitely some salt setting in for some folks who are getting jaded a little bit. But hopefully
Comes for us
we'll get
all.
our stuff together.
Yeah.
We'll continue to get our stuff together because, like I said, when we work together as a team and you just roll a team, you just roll them, it feels so good.
Yeah. The jading comes for us all, though.
It does.
Could be tomorrow. Could be next
It
year.
still hasn't gotten me.
Yeah.
Not yet. I am
Still
still
pretty good.
totally down for that game.
If this were 10 years ago, my controller would have been through my sweet 4K television or my sweet CRT television back then.
Yeah.
But I've gotten much better at my older age, so that's good. Oh, yeah, more of that. Like I said, reading Star Wars and just waiting for the next volumes to come out for the comics, and that's about it. That's what I like it. How about you, Carlberg?
Not really much this weekend. I ended up going to a wedding on Saturday that had like 8-course meals. That was
I saw those Snapchats.
Wow.
It
Yes.
was insane. I was like, Carl, where the hell are you?
So are you DJing this wedding, Carl?
no, it wasn't actually.
Oh.
I went with a friend and like I couldn't even make it. I made it up to about 6. Then they pulled out lobster and I was like, God damn, I can't do it.
Carl, you fought the good fight, man. That's a lot of courses.
That's a lot.
Yes.
I ate octopus and jellyfish.
Wow,
How-
that sounds gross.
It was delicious.
Was it like was the octopus like calamari?
Kind of like that.
Was it fried?
Yeah.
You can't kind of be fine.
Yeah. I don't know. It was.
It's
Nah,
either
it was.
fried or
It
not,
was.
man.
It was.
It was.
Okay,
It was.
It was. But it
So it was
really,
calamari.
really
Okay.
good.
Because the Snapchat I saw.
No, it was an actual octopus. Like they took the little baby octopus, deep fried it.
That's calamari.
Right. It just looked the presentation. I'm sure was much
Right.
weirder. Because I never
Yeah.
seen that picture being very confusing. confused. Okay, cool.
It was really good. And of course, my show Empire came on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, User Back Vampire and Ballers. That just ended too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like several episodes behind. I need to catch up on that actually.
How was
Yeah,
the
you do.
season for Vampire?
It was good. It was good. Left with cliffhangers and stuff. It picked up from the last cliffhanger, and it was good. I don't want to get into it because there's probably some people who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm still in the middle of the second season.
Okay, yeah. So,
How's my girl Cookie still around?
oh, of course.
Looking fine as ever.
Oh yeah.
All right, Cookie.
She's my TV wife.
And and I have the HBO Go app, and I saw a little throwback and just immediately got into it. Spawn, the animated series.
Oh snap! Wow.
The video that my mother rented for me as a kid, and I watched it as an adult. Holy shit! I had no business watching that. I am so glad that my mother just had no idea what Spawn was. She just knew I liked it and knew that I just used to draw it all the time. So I'm watching it. I'm like, this is pretty fucked up. Like, yeah, like child murderers and stuff. Like, it was really dark and just animated nudity. There you go, Vic. And
Really?
yeah,
What station was that on? It was on HBO, you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess it makes more sense.
yeah, it definitely does. So I'm like, wow. And I still like it. I still like it. I was just like, wow, like this shit is dark as fuck, but it's good.
Yeah.
And I'll be continuing the second season.
Yeah, I remember I was at Best Buy a couple months ago, and I saw the whole series on DVD for like $10 in the bargain bin.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I should have had you grab it, and I would have reimbursed you.
Yeah, I didn't even think to get it.
It's an HBO Go, Carl. You don't need it. You're
Yeah,
fine.
but sometimes it's good just to have a physical copy. I mean, I wouldn't overdo it with steel books and
You do not need the fanciest of packaging.
only on certain things, but not everything.
Understood.
Okay.
That was a good show back in the day, and that's actually very topical because McFarlane's been in the news lately talking about the movie reboot, and he says that he's got like the script almost finished or whatever, and he says that it's coming, blah blah blah. But we've all heard that before.
Yeah.
But I feel like the time is right. I feel like the time is right for that to happen.
Yeah.
A Spawn movie reboot. Let's go. Get it done, Todd McFarlane.
Would you like to see Michael J. White play him again?
Yeah, I like Michael J. White. That dude's cool as hell.
Yeah, you can still
All
do
about it.
You think John Leguizamo could play Connor again?
No. He is washed up. Like, beyond washed up.
I can't remember the last thing he was in. He'd always be Luigi.
Actually, no, he was in The Happening.
Maybe they can get Jared Leto.
Bruh. Bruh.
I mean,
Bruh.
you know what I mean. I mean the clown was he was more gangster than the Joker. I mean, it might fit that character better. You can just play the same guy.
That clown.
Pretty much, just
You
little-
scared the shit out of me.
He was scary as hell, man.
Shit out of me.
He turned into a monster that was called the Violator.
Violator.
That's scary as shit, man.
Yeah, he did that in the show too. And I was like, there he is.
That was so cool.
You were such a fragile little boy, Maurice.
I was a little younger than you guys remember. That shit was terrifying.
Yeah, I hear you. That show was legit, though. I don't think the animation holds up very well, though.
No, it was seriously 90s.
Yeah.
Seriously 90s.
I remember that animation looking cheap back when that show was actually on the air. So, I mean,
It's like watching
it
X-Men
especially
again,
back
like at our present age. I'm like, wow, this animation's like 90s.
Yeah, it's real stiff and choppy, like frames are missing.
Yeah.
Great show, though, content-wise. Really good. The first time I saw a comic book just be brought over faithfully like that onto the screen, at least an adult-themed one, or an adult-based animated show like that. I think that might have been the first one I remember seeing.
There you go.
I think MTV jumped in with some stuff afterwards with Aeon Flux and The Max. Now, speaking of scary, The Max, that show used to scare the fuck out of me.
The Max, I don't remember that one.
You remember the Max on MTV?
Nah. I remember Ian on
Spider-Man.
Fox.
I remember the comic. I don't remember the show.
Yeah, there's a show. They had a show of the Max, and that
Oh, wow.
shit was that show's trippy as fuck, man.
I watched the Spider-Man. That was on MTV.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah, it
was.
wasn't
Horrible.
great
That was the computer animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible.
compared to the other work. Yeah, that was like set in the same universe as the movie. It was weird. It was a weird movie, a weird show.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
you
the
should
Max,
check
so-
out the Max, man. You like it. It's super depressing.
Nice.
Anything else, Carl?
No, that's it. Working my ass off, and now I'm back here with you, Obos.
That's what I like to hear.
I love you guys.
I love you too.
No, just I watched a crap ton of football on Sunday. The Sundays that my Patriots are not playing, I like to just sit and watch the most red zone ever. So I just sat in my house. I watched some red zone for most of the day until some of my wife's family came over. Then they asked me to change to the Red Sox game, which I did, and I caught that crazy ass Pedroia play where he like tiptoes around home plate, and we totally won the game in extra innings
I
off
did
of a
see that
David
towards the
Ortiz
end.
double. It was the most insane play at home plate I've ever seen. That thing was crazy. So besides that, I do. It's been a while. I'll make an anime recommendation. Right now, you can watch on Netflix. There are several. I'm gonna call they're different seasons of the same anime, but they're named differently, so they have just runs. The first one is called Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, and it's basically a different take on the Arabian Nights and Aladdin story. A real Japanese anime version of that story. So Aladdin is a little boy who has a flute, which is a metal vessel, a jinn metal vessel, and a jinn is basically another word for a genie. I've seen those words used
Like the
interchangeably.
Wiz.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
There was no genie whiz.
So,
Trouble Wizard. That's what it is. That's what
Oh, okay.
so
I actually picked that up like the second I finished that sentence.
Oh, Carl, we love you.
So Aladdin happens to be a Magi who is basically a magic user. He is able to harness the world's energies into magic, and he's got amnesia, and he has no idea what or who he is. And he runs into this dude named Alibaba, who happens to be a displaced prince from a foreign country, and they team up together to take a dungeon. So in this world, there are dungeons that mysteriously appeared in the world like 30 years ago, I believe. And basically, they're magic dungeons, and whoever can go in and basically defeat the game tape, get to the end, will get to claim riches and hopefully a jinn metal vessel with the power of a genie that they can then use for their own means. So basically, they go in, they take this dungeon, which leads them into further adventures across the world, where they go to basically Alibaba's old country where he was the prince. There is a civil war and an evil king has taken over, and then Sinbad shows up with Jafar, bro, and things get crazy.
Mhm.
It is a super Japanese anime version of Aladdin, and it's really good. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it right now. It's on Netflix. Check it out, my anime fans out there. I think you'll really enjoy it. Those Jin, I just found, the latest episode I just watched, they introduce the ability to equip your genie item and turn it into a weapon.
Mm.
And
Now we're
it looks
talking.
pretty BA. They start getting into some real anime fights, and it's pretty BA. I like it. It's badass. Check it out.
That is what BA stands for.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy.
I do all
I
that.
enjoy me a good adventure anime,
And we've talked about.
adventure comedy.
Okay, cool. I know
Yeah.
We've talked about Disney in the past and Aladdin. For me, it's a dark horse. That's my favorite Disney movie growing
It's a
up.
really good movie.
It was good.
You're still wrong.
I know.
It's Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
You're
That's
wrong.
right.
Aladdin is up there.
You're wrong. It's Lion King.
Vic,
State your case, Vic. Let it be known.
Lion.
Keep it 100.
if you dare say
Honey.
that back in Notre Dame.
Keep it 100, Vic.
The best is Disney film.
I think, like, 90s. Well,
The peak of Disney films.
Yeah.
Right after.
I'm gonna have to go with Carlos, The Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast is number 2.
I figured that he would go for that. It's the most depressing one where the kid that lion's father dies and everything.
Oh my
It
God.
makes sense.
You know what?
It makes sense.
I am sick to death of this Victor loves depressing movies narrative. Listen, man,
It's-
I love good stories. If it happens to have death in it, so be it.
Which is how. Give us a percentage of how much of the time you enjoy it.
What, like movies with depressing themes?
Yeah.
If the storyline is sound, then
99.9.
I'd say like 8 times out of 10.
It's Lion King based off of Hamlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty depressing. Lion King's probably is up there for me too. I just really enjoyed Aladdin. Also, Jasmine. I love Jasmine.
Okay, yeah, she's
I can get behind that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely get behind that.
But Lion King, I enjoyed. Beauty and the Beast is like 1 or 2 years ahead of my time. But I love that. And also, Crazy Old Maurice is in that. He's my
Yep.
boy.
True that. Listen, bro, it's the only animated movie to ever be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar.
That is true.
And that tells you all you need to know. Sorry, you're all wrong.
Yes, and also this whole thing, these animated features now, it's only hand drawn for me. All this new crap's not animated. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like old school hand drawn.
I definitely draw a line in the sand between the two. I see them as different mediums as well.
Yeah. But I
I
understand
know.
no one's doing hand drawn stuff anymore anyway, which sucks. 'Cause that stuff's awesome.
You know,
I don't know what the last
you
one
get
was.
your rare stop motion thing like Kubo
Yeah.
sometimes.
Mhm.
But yeah, what was the last hand draw? I think Disney did the last
They did
hand
Princess and
drawn
the
thing.
Frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's really good too.
Was it? I haven't seen
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
My wife really likes it.
I think I was done after Hunchback.
Mhm.
And I only watched Hunchback because I was in the play in 7th grade.
Were you the hunchback girl? Were you a doorknob?
I was the kid. I was the gypsy kid. Although a friend of ours played the Hunchback.
Hey, who's that?
Wilson.
Oh.
Shout out to Wilson.
I can't see that. He's too big.
He was a tall Hunchback. He was a tall Hunchback. He tried to do the lip and everything. It was great.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna have to ask him about that.
Please send pictures. Codex.podcast@gmail.com.
There's none. I don't have any.
Say,
How
how
we
we
gonna
doing on
fail
Facebook
this,
Live?
Carl?
We're doing pretty good on Facebook Live. I don't know.
Got a couple of viewers. Stephanie Aponte says, "Hey, Mr. Omoyo."
Oh, it's one of my students. What's up?
There you go.
Whoa,
Thanks for
Mr. Omoyo, who the hell is that?
It's me,
Get
son.
out of here.
It's me, son.
Oh, shut up. Yours is just Vic.
Nah, it's me, son.
Vic.
It's the professor. Get it.
That is true. I did call him professor for a while. That is true.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was actually plugging the podcast in all 3 of my writing classes.
Oh, there you go.
Little side project going on. Codex.podcast@gmail.com.
No, wait, what's her name?
Stephanie Aponte.
Okay, Stephanie, I expect a 2,000-word essay on Victor's performance in the podcast tonight. That is your assignment for this week. Thank you.
It's called a podcast.
She actually said one of the coolest teachers.
Oh, thank you.
She's trying to get that A.
I am a harsh grader, so just make sure you do a good job. Thanks.
If you take that 2,000-word essay, put it into a podcast review, give it 5 stars, you'll get an A for this.
Oh yeah, totally.
Hey, come on, man. Don't
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Stephanie, you get that?
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like, for some reason, in all 3 of my classes, my students are trying to extort me for extra credit just to watch the podcast or give us a 5-star review on iTunes.
And you're saying no?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, come on, man. You gotta be a little more ethical up in here. You know what I'm saying? We're professional.
You're a professional.
She says never trying to get an A.
I like it. Anything else you had there, Eris?
No, I forgot to bring up something during your wrestling discussion.
No.
There is some breaking news regarding the WWE. Nice breaking news drop, Carl. I like that. So the WWE has announced, along with Boom Studios, that they will be publishing a monthly comic series called WWE.
Wow.
It is
Interesting title.
The story will follow wrestler Seth Rollins
Okay.
as he tries to win the WWE World Championship while dealing with his former team members from The Shield, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
He's still like a half bad guy, half good guy. They haven't even done like a full face turn yet.
Well, anti-heroes are kind of a thing now. I mean,
Yeah, well,
well, they kind of been a thing since '98 ish.
well, I mean,
And the art looks pretty cool. Look at Triple H's smug face.
Okay, that is really
Look
good.
at the smug face. I enjoy that smug Triple H
That is
comic
good
book
Let me give it.
art.
Also, it must be an alternate universe because he is no longer going for the world title. He's going for the Universal title on Raw, and that is the SmackDown title. But hey, I'll read anything once.
Okay. I figured you guys might be. That's like your favorite man ever.
I do
so.
love me some Seth Rollins. Although because
I figured you'd be all excited.
I mean, I'm kind of out of the game a little bit with the watching on a week-to-week basis, so it's getting tough. It's getting tough, but I do enjoy it. But at the same time, like I'm just ready for him to become a full-blown face. He's still a bad guy. It's weird.
yeah, it's like a tweener right now.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Luke Cage on Friday.
Is he
Me
on-
too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch all those episodes on Friday, son.
Damn, take a break.
Depending on
Go out.
I mean,
Do something.
when you have that awesome 4K goodness, you just can't stop yourself, Carl.
Can I come over and watch it then?
No.
Yes.
Well,
I was thinking about Vic, man. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes when you see that 4K Marvel Netflix television goodness, you can't help yourself but keep watching.
This is going to be my first 4K experience,
It looks
and
fantastic.
it's going to be amazing.
You're gonna cry, huh?
I have reviewed with my own eyeballs, and I can tell you it looks fantastic.
well, let me ask you about this 4K thing. Like, how big are your TVs?
48 inches.
48. How about you, Aris?
60.
60. Okay.
Mhm.
From what I hear, 4K, like in order to see a meaningful difference, your TV has to be at least 60 inches.
I can tell you my eyeballs see a difference.
Even if it's like 48.
I see it on mine. I've not looked at 4K content in his TV yet.
I can tell you with utmost sincerity that I see a big difference. A big.
Vic, it's 4 times. Just times 4, man. You're gonna see a difference.
Look, man.
It's gonna happen.
Like I said though, there's nothing wrong with my TV, and spending nearly $1,000 on a brand new one is not feasible and not
If you
wise.
can do it,
If you can
Do
dream
it.
it, you can do it. When I first took, what was it, what's the show on Amazon Prime that you had me watch?
Transparent.
No.
that was not
It was like the test
Bosch?
of 4K. Yeah.
That's
I watched like 30 seconds of that. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Bosch looks legit.
When I started
What?
bleeding, I passed out, went to a coma. It was really weird.
wasn't the first thing that you saw once you looked up your 4K TV was buy 600 pounds?
Yes, that's exactly the first thing that
That's
was
what
on. Yeah, that was the very first thing. I
Thankfully,
turned
that
on
was
TLC.
not in 4K.
No, TLC was on. It was wild. But yes, I can see a difference. I will let you know, especially after I watch Luke Cage, how the 4K looks in the Netflix.
I can tell you, Marco Polo looks super legit. in 4K. I've
Yeah.
watched some episodes both in 4K and in 1080p, and you can definitely tell a big difference between the two.
We will do
I'm waiting for you to watch Narcos.
next
Yeah.
week.
Someday, Carl. Someday.
Yeah, let's do a brief test after the show so I can see the difference before I leave.
Also, Maurice paid significantly less than $1,000 for his 4K TV.
Yes.
Just FYI on that.
What do you do? Steal it?
They're
Yes.
coming down to regular person prices now.
Yeah, because it's starting that cycle.
Yeah.
I said I only dropped 500. I dropped 500. I mean, I don't
Very
know.
good.
Thinking back, I probably would have spent the 600 for the 55-inch, but whatever.
Probably should have.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to sell my TV then.
There you go.
Oh, he's coming around.
Oh yeah, get that sweet $150, Vic.
Now here's the,
For
another,
that 1080p.
another reason which will help lead us into the main topic of the conversation. The only live television that I watch outside of sports and wrestling, which is very rare now, there's a sports mode on the television. There is a sports mode. I only watch the new shows on Netflix.
Yep.
Essentially, Netflix original programming or Amazon, because I want to finish in the Castle, Man of the Iron.
Man in the High Castle.
Yeah, I wanna
I've heard
finish
that's
that.
really good.
I want to watch Marco Polo. I want to watch. I watch Stranger Things, which we're going to talk about, and of course Luke Cage and all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't. I just don't watch live television anymore. And a lot of those scripted programs, I know they always cycle through. I just have no interest in any sitcoms whatsoever, any of that crap. So it's all the streaming stuff for me, and that's where that 4K really is going to thrive. because screw NBC and CBS and all those. Like I don't want to watch
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory for the next 20
Football.
years.
Football's the only thing I watch.
Yeah,
live anymore.
sports, and also the smart TV comes with MLB TV, which I have, so I can stream that too. So it's the future. I mean, you used to watch regular, boring old cable television.
No, not really. Like all the shows that are on cable, mostly some of them are on Hulu, like Empire. I just want to catch it on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
Does Hulu stream
4K?
Yeah.
No, they have no 4K content right now.
Okay.
Netflix and Amazon are really the two driving forces behind 4K right now.
Yeah. And something big said with I can't remember what it was with Netflix, but it's not something. What's up, Vic? Yeah, something's rattling around over there.
You know, since you guys,
I feel his resolve breaking before my hands.
no, since you guys are all about this 4K revolution, just going gaga over it, I'm just gonna laugh my head off when 5 years from now, actually no, 4 years from now, when 8K becomes a thing, you guys are gonna sit here and say, man, remember 4K? That shit is garbage. That shit looks booty. Oh my god.
If I get 5 years out of my TV, I am perfectly happy with that.
It's like $100 a year.
I'm super happy.
I mean, like the way you're talking about 4K now is the way you're gonna be talking about 1080p when 8K hits the shelves, and then when say like 20K hits the shelves, you're gonna talk about how much 8K sucks.
20K.
You guys are
inside them.
and then even years further still, you're gonna be talking about, oh, what? You watch TV shows on a flat screen? Man, that's garbage. I watch holograms, son.
Yeah,
what you know about that?
Upload it to my iPhone.
Right.
This 8K is 8 times better than 4K. Okay? Of course I'm gonna like it better. That's so much more times.
It's actually twice better.
Oh yeah, but it's 8 times better than 1080p. You're still watching at that
Yes,
time.
that's right.
You know,
Also, Vic,
what?
by your logic,
Mhm.
I would never get anything new ever. It's called progress, bro. Sorry. Get with it.
I'm all about progress,
Listen,
man.
You can tell. Like at least I'm pretty good at telling when technology is gonna be a fad.
3D TVs.
3D, total fad.
Yeah.
I knew
Like
that.
almost everyone saw that shit.
Yeah.
Just a straight resolution bump
Yeah.
and HDR, just make that picture that I already have look much better.
Mhm.
That is a natural curve.
Mhm.
3D is
Not a
not
curved
that is
television.
not a natural curve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even though those look good, I don't blame anyone for getting those. Those look pretty legit.
But
They do.
they're curved.
They're
Curved
super
TVs.
expensive too. But 3D, that's not a natural curve. That's a fucking gimmick. That's somebody trying to introduce something on top of my regular TV viewing experience.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
you can just make my normal ass TV viewing experience better,
Mhm.
I'm all about it. Like I can see that. I can see a value add to that. I can't see a value add to 3D.
Mhm.
I couldn't anyway, and I was proven right. So
Yeah.
and most of the world also didn't see that value.
Yeah, I mean everyone
Yeah.
we dabbled. Of
Right.
course, I'll dabble in any gimmick. I'm a dabbler, but no freaking way was I gonna plunk down whatever it was for that.
Yeah.
Where are these glasses? They're awesome.
Oh yeah, I was entirely too cheap to buy extra pair of glasses. What if I have like the guys over to watch some 3D football? I'm like, that means I have to buy.
Well, you would have to actually have 3D football exist.
No, I'm saying like watch football.
They had a 3D channel, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, but that thing folded like
Yeah,
a
right.
year in.
Immediately.
Died super quick.
Yeah, I would have to buy glasses for everybody.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think
No,
it was
I'm
when
too
I
cheap
saw
for
it was when I saw Green Hornet, and all they had was 3D.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah,
You go to the movies
yeah.
and they only have
Only
the 3D
3D,
showing. Ugh.
And the TV, or the only 3D part of it was when the door, like, shot out. You got me, Seth Rogen. You got me good, you son of a bitch. But other than that, yeah, total gimmick. But 5 years is good, I think. I had my 1080 for 5 years. Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of just being a tech guy.
Mm.
I am used to just that cycle where like my mind is conditioned to just be like 5 years. That's ancient technology. It
Yeah.
must be replaced. It's obsolete
And
now.
also, it's like a bed. You use that TV every damn day. You will get your money's worth out of that real quick.
True that, son.
Real quick. 30 years of your life, Vic. 30 years of your life. Probably more. You watch more TV than sleep. Just saying.
All I can say is, like I said, man, I'm an advocate of 4K because it is the next evolution. And 8K, from what I've read, and again, I tend to try and keep up with all of the latest trends in home theater and whatnot,
Mhm.
8K is still a ways away from being a consumer viable product. Like more than 5 years. Like what you are more likely to see screen technologies sort of get more propagated. Like you might see OLED come down in price, which is just a screen tech, and that's going to give you just better, richer, deeper colors than just a straight 8K resolution bump for the time being. And OLED is out there now, and those things are they're coming down in price, but those are still the priciest TVs at this time. And then I would think you'd probably see like the thinner TVs, like OLED allows you to do super duper thin screens. So they've done some technology tests with straight paper thin bendable screens. You might see shit like that come down the pike. Now that's not something that I think I'd partake in. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I'd have to see it.
What was the thing that Randy was telling us about? 8-bit or
10-bit versus 8-bit
Yeah.
panels. Again, that's screen technology.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So, it's just it gives you more wider color gamut. So you just get better, more colors and deeper colors as well on a 10-bit panel.
All I can say is you will not regret it.
My TV has a 10-bit panel.
Nice.
Wow. It's pretty legit.
I don't know mine. Samsung.
It's a Samsung.
Yeah. So it's legit.
Yours is an 8-bit. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's fine.
If you got any,
It still looks
60,
great.
Yeah.
It's still
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Watching football is amazing. And watching it on sports mode is even better.
Well, you guys can keep being fickle, about this technology stuff.
That's
as
you
long as-
being fickle, bro.
Vic,
I'm not being fickle. I'm
5 years from now, they're gonna have virtual podcasts. Then you guys are gonna want to do. Yeah, Vic, we're gonna want to do virtual podcasts. I want to be in someone's eyeballs.
We will do it.
Well, that's different, all
I
right.
will make sure we get that shit.
I mean, anything to progress our show is awesome, but I'm just talking about just regular old TV.
Listen, if I could broadcast in 4K right now, I would.
That's true. I have to clean up my face a little bit. Give me some of that Dana Brooke makeup. Oh man. So some of us watched this discussion point on Wait, what?
Let me ask.
I don't know.
Was there ever 3D porn? I don't know. I legitimately don't know the answer to this question.
Yeah, sure.
I can't even answer that.
I
Right?
honestly don't know.
Okay.
That's
If there was, it never went mainstream. I bring this up because
Porn drives technology.
pornography drives technology. That is a
That's true.
fact.
Yes.
It's true.
There is now currently 4K pornography. They've jumped on board.
Of course.
Wow.
They've jumped on board, Vic.
Now they're gonna sell the shit out.
I'm just saying
Mhm.
that legitimizes 4K.
It's true. Seriously, honestly, dude, if there was 4D porn though, what? Like those rides-
Trademark.
Like those rides on Disney where they have like the Stitch rides, 4D, and then they splash stuff onto you. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Wait.
horrific. Wait a second, you don't want that at all.
Oh man, I'm going to go ahead and take that trademark off.
You guys are monsters. Man. Just monsters.
I can't wait to re-listen to this and laugh.
But it's very true that pornography does drive it and the numbers and all that stuff. So
Yes,
if
very
they're on
much so.
board, then you know it's legit.
Yeah, well,
You have the pornography industries go ahead, Vic. You have their blessing.
well, man, whatever, man, just whatever. Like I said, my 1080p works just fine. But let's talk about a show which is beloved, one of the best shows of the year, Stranger Things on Netflix.
That's in 4K.
Yeah.
It was a fun fact. Yes, it was shot in native 4K, so that is the native resolution for the show.
Oh, I know, I've seen it, Vic. It's amazing.
I know, and I will tell you this: it looks very crisp on my 1080p display.
I don't believe you. Please continue.
Sorry, Vic, your TV's not projecting it in its native resolution. What do you know?
It looks crisp, man. It looks more crisp than an actual an average 1080p image.
You are not watching it as the filmmakers intended. Think about that, Vic. Think about it. Think about it.
Kiss my ass.
Think about it.
Anyway,
You respect the filmmakers, don't you, Vic?
Of course I respect.
Well,
the
you're
filmmakers.
disrespecting their work by watching it in trash 1080p.
Trash 1080. You know what? You guys are just a bunch of snobs, all of you, all three of you. Snobs.
Look at your movie collection. You want to call us snobs?
Hey, my taste is strictly cosmopolitan, very diverse.
I need to put that picture back up again.
Man, Maurice, you look like you want to weigh in.
No.
Go ahead, do it.
No,
Weigh
Do it.
Wade into these waters.
I'm ready to discuss Stranger Things.
Yeah. So Stranger Things, it's a show which came out on Netflix this past July, and it's gotten universal acclaim. And this show is a period piece. It takes place in November 1983. It's a mystery, sci-fi / horror / supernatural tale. It's about this 12-year-old boy named Will Byers who was disappeared mysteriously. This alien creature just takes him into another dimension called the Upside Down. And Will's 3 friends, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, are on a search to look for him. Then there's this girl named 11 who has telekinetic powers. She's escaped from the lab and she has some connection to this mysterious creature and the outside world. And there's a whole bunch of lovely homages to 80s cinema and TV shows and pop culture at the time. Most notably E.T. You can tell that the Duffer Brothers, the creators of the show, really, really love E.T. And you see it references in every episode. So Stranger Things, people, 8 episodes of buttery goodness.
Nice, perfect lead in. So yeah, this show was an interesting one because it's a Netflix original, which I adore. Pretty much any Netflix original. So to get on that Marco Polo, but it came in very quietly. I think.
It did, yeah. Very
similar
little
to
fanfare.
Yeah, very similar to Marco Polo. They just had the one name attached to it, Winona Ryder, who her star has fizzled in the past few years, but still legit.
Yep.
And I don't even know. I think it was like literally word of mouth. Someone, maybe you could ours, I just mentioned it, like, oh yeah, that's a great show.
Yep, I was on that show from day one.
Yeah, I should check that out. And it was great because got in on it, and then I didn't realize everyone was loving it until I went on the internet the next Monday or whatever, and the Stranger Things, greatest things since sliced bread. So that was really awesome. I'm glad that we all got to recommend a show for Vic to watch. Because it took him like 8 months. And that was right up your alley too, wasn't it?
Way to be late, Vic.
Minus cancer.
Whatever, man.
Right.
Like I watched all the episodes last week, and I gotta say, it's a very good series.
Did you regret waiting so long?
No, not at all. I mean, I really enjoyed it, but I do think that the show is a tad overpraised. I do think that the universal acclaim. I mean, people are saying, "Oh, this show is so incredible. It's all about nostalgia," and it's like, well, this show is very good, but let's not
Hand out any awards just yet.
Yeah, let's not jump the shark, so to speak. I mean, the show is not this incredible revelation. I feel, but it's still a very, very good show, which I can easily recommend.
What I think was because it definitely had homages, like you said, to the past, but it was very original in a lot of ways, and I love that because as much as I love Luke Cage, not necessarily original. He's been around forever. So it's interesting to see an actual original story idea. I mean, monsters is, but also a lot of that stuff, monster shows, monster movies, they're kind of not around anymore. So it's nice to kind of like a little bit of a throwback.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, but not just nostalgia where they just went and took like Jason Voorhees and did a show about him. They did like an original thing, which I really enjoyed. And I love shows with child actors, especially when they're really good. Which all these kids were. They're excellent. And as soon as the
These
show,
kids are everywhere.
yeah, except for the one.
The one that went missing.
Yeah,
Like,
Will and the other main Mike, I think his name was.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. I think they don't like this. They're not big into the spotlight. But yeah, those kids are awesome. They're just at the Emmys doing Uptown Funk.
Yeah.
and passing out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yes, doing all the talk show rounds. But those child actors were amazing. That's what it's. You can find them. They're not all
They're
Jake
probably
Lloyd's.
my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
They're really good.
And what was cool about the show too, like with those 3 kids, like they didn't come off as TV kids or movie kids. Like they felt like real kids, real characters. Like they swear, they get on each other's nerves, and they all have each other's backs. When the chips are down.
Yeah.
They didn't feel like they were just saying lines. It just felt very natural. And also I felt like the 80s setting, worked to its advantage. I mean, at first I I had a, I was a little nervous going into the show because I thought that this show, just judging from how reviews made it sound like, it was going to be like this big nostalgia fest. Like, hey, remember the '80s? Remember E.T.? Remember John Carpenter? Look at all this. Like, they'll just like wave it in your face, like how hip we are, like how knowledgeable we are of this period. Thankfully, it's not the case at all. Thankfully, like all the homages are very subtle and they're very kind of understated. And they don't really call too much attention to themselves, and it all works naturally into the '80s setting. So that's what I liked about it. That the Duffer Brothers didn't flaunt their pop culture knowledge card of the '80s. Like they just let the story be.
Yeah.
And really, this story could have been set like in the '90s or even in present day if it wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's nice to get away from the internet and the cell phones and all the modern technology. I think it tells a better story.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they set it back there. Everything, I loved everything, the music, the intro card, all that.
Yeah.
It was excellent. It was just so good. God, I love that stuff.
Yeah, the soundtrack. I really like the score of the show. It's like very synthesizer heavy. Kind of reminds you of a lot of like '80s and John Carpenter movies, like Halloween, and like it kind of reminds me of this other quasi '80s horror film which came out in 2020. Actually, came out last year, I believe, called It Follows.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I think didn't you do a review on it?
No, I didn't do a review of it, but I have the Blu-ray. But it's a really cool '80s flick. Which
wait, hold on. Is that the one with vampire?
Well, it's not an '80s flick, but I think it has like that '80s vibe to it. It's a horror film where
I may not have seen that one. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, It Follows is about this group of teenagers. Like every time they have sex, there's like this creature that mimics them, that looks like them, and it says nothing, but it just follows them everywhere. And if it catches up to them, then that creature just embowels them.
Oh,
So
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, and so the
abstinence.
Yeah, and so the only way to get that creature to stop following them is if they have sex with another person, and then that creature follows them.
What?
Yeah.
Now that was.
So you're passing along an STD, basically.
Yeah, a very.
The monster is an STD.
It's like AIDS.
Yeah.
It works way faster.
Yeah.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, you can't bargain with this creature. You can't reason with it. It will kill you if it touches you. So you got to bone someone else to get it off your back.
Wow. Wow. That's a hell of an idea for a movie.
And can you bone to It Follows? Yes, you can.
That's nice. I like it.
I see what you did there.
Harris, what were some of your thoughts on Stranger Things?
No, just they echo a lot of what you guys have already said. It was a really fun show. It was very well constructed. It keeps in suspense for a very long time. I think that the 8 episodes can feel a little short for a series, especially one that kind of centers around one very specific central mystery. But I think that that's for the better, because it actually leaves you wanting more than if it was your regular like 24 episode season of on normal network TV, for example. To your point, the story's been told that a lot of networks actually passed on Stranger Things when they wouldn't even bother hearing the pitch or anything, and Netflix took they took a chance on it, and obviously they hit big. It came out with very little fanfare. I don't think even Netflix knew what they had on their hands at the time, and basically that thing got popular strictly through word of mouth, really. They did a fantastic job. Like you said, the Duffer Brothers, I believe is the name of the directors and creators and writers of the show. They did an awesome job of sort of mimicking some of that 80s style and paying homage to it, but not getting bogged down by it. They kind of walked that fine line, and they succeeded. They did it successfully. They brought on all of these no name or small name actors who all knocked it out of the park, and they had the best child actor cast that I've seen in anything in years. Like usually I find children in movies and TV shows pretty annoying when they're like a central character.
Yeah.
But I feel like these characters were very true to sort of the character they were playing. And they didn't try to ham it up. I feel like the direction for those kids was really good. They acted pretty naturally.
What was that J.J. Abrams movie from a couple years ago?
Oh, Super 8.
Yeah, those child kids actors were good.
Yeah,
that's why the last one I can think
was
of.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find good child actors out there.
Yeah, for sure.
They're all really good. Jake Lloyd. Poor kid. I know he's having a hard time of it now, but oh man. But yeah, those kids were. As soon as it started and they were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you could feel it, you really enjoyed it. I was like,
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have my problems with the show. I feel like the central mystery wasn't explored in depth enough.
No,
but I guess
right.
that maybe that's on purpose. You know what I mean? They kept a lot of things ambiguous, and I feel like that could have been on purpose. To get us hooked and coming back for season 2.
Yeah, I remember I texted you around like episode 5 or 6, and I was like, "Did they start answering any questions?" Because they're kind of in the dark here, and they don't answer too much.
Yeah.
It has a good conclusion for its first season. There is an end, to that specific story, but with lots of unanswered questions.
Right.
Yeah, and also too, like I do have some issues with the show. Like one big issue that I had was Winona Ryder's performance as Winona Ryder. She's good. Like
I'm with Victor.
Like
she was a super Winona Ryder.
Yeah, like she's a good actress. I like her in a lot of stuff, but here like she played her character one note, just completely hysterical, all histrionics, all about my son's missing, and it's
let your child go missing. Let's see how you act.
I can understand that, but she could have taken a different approach with the character where she could have played it where she's just a woman just like really trying to contain like a facade of normalcy. Like while she's trying to work towards finding her son, she could at least try to keep her craziness in check for the most part, and then like to the point where it just bubbles up out of nowhere. Then she can earn that being hysterical. But she was hysterical all the time. Like there was not one moment where she actually was calm and took a breath. Like there were moments where she was at the hardware store buying those things, had to get an advance from her boss and then there were times like she's setting up lights in her living room, and every time they flash, she's like, my son, oh my god, and this and that. It's like, and even her son, her oldest boy, was getting annoyed by her. And I'm like, I'm with you, Jonathan, man. Shit, that's not the shit. I mean, listen, I'm not about hitting my mom, but I slapped the shit out of her if she was my mom.
I do feel like
we do not condone son on mom violence here,
even if she's in hysterics.
Right.
But I feel like she was playing her character well then if you were annoyed by her. If her own son got super annoyed that he started yelling at her in the middle of the street, but she was right the whole time. And also, if all that freaking supernatural shit started happening, I'd probably go into hysterics too.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Carl.
Shit. I want to see you lose your child and have a fucking head come out of the wall and shit.
Well,
exactly. And shit.
Oh. I see what you did there, Maurice. But I mean, she could have dialed it down a little bit.
I had a crush on Winona Ryder when I was younger, so.
Hey, she was hot in Beetlejuice.
And
The Age of Innocence. Yeah. Good movie, great movie, underrated Martin Scorsese movie.
Good job, Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
Carl Bird, what are your thoughts?
Loved it. The kids stole the show for me, especially Dustin. Is that his name? The toothless one?
Yeah,
he was fucking hilarious. Elle's performance, Millie Bobby Brown's performance was like, I got that like mysterious feel to it. Like she couldn't really speak much. Her vocabulary was very limited, and like it seems like all she knew was being in the lab and stuff. Damn, I was gonna say. Yeah, like the whole '80s feel to it. It actually reminded me of Poltergeist. If you guys remember that show from like the late '80s, early '90s stuff, it just gave me that, that mysterious other realm type feel that the show portrayed. That the show brought. I mean, like I said, it did leave me like with a whole bunch of unanswered questions, but I just really enjoyed the show. I was literally hooked. I mean, I remember this girl I was dating. I recommended to her cousin's girlfriend, and then next time I see her, their basement flooded. So I'm going to help them out, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Carl, the show was great. Your basement just flooded, and you can actually make time to be in a good mood to say that the show was great." That speaks well. It speaks well of the show that, this was a really good show. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to season 2. Hopefully, some of these questions will be answered. The sheriff was actually pretty legit, too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, David Harbour.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him in anything. Actually, the only actor I knew in the movie in the show was Winona Ryder. I'd never heard of anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm really
that guy, the sheriff guy, has definitely been in something else.
Yeah.
I looked him up. Now I just don't remember.
Oh, yeah, that guy. He's one of those guys. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah, he was really good. I liked he punched people a lot, which I thought was really exciting.
That's always good.
Yeah, and I also liked how these characters they all in some way rose above their cliches. Like David Harbour, who plays Jim Hopper, the chief. Like at the beginning, I thought he'd be like this really lazy, apathetic chief throughout the rest of the show. Like, yeah, your boy's missing. Yeah, I'll get around to it. Whatever. Winona Ryder, stop yelling on my face. And then I thought he would play that throughout the show, but no, he actually stepped it up considerably.
Yeah.
Like there was he did a couple things in the show that really surprised me. Like, wow, he really went above and beyond, dude.
Yeah, like going into the autopsy lot and cutting the body open and found out it was just stuff.
Yep.
And a lot of the
Spoilers, Carl. Damn.
this is a spoiler for the
Listen,
podcast.
this show's been out for like 3 months by now.
That's true.
I agree.
A lot of these people are characters were a lot braver than I would have probably been in those scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, let me just go into the woods looking for a monster that literally murders people.
What did you guys think? I'm sorry, go ahead, Vic.
Oh, I was gonna say I also liked the character of Nancy, Mike's older sister. Like she actually stepped it up. So I thought she was just gonna be like some spoiled teenage brat, but no,
Man,
she.
I did too. I had a feeling she was gonna be that too.
Yeah, but like she stepped up.
Douchebag, popular dude boyfriend was the one that broke character the most for me
Yes,
in
he
the
did.
end.
Yeah.
Like I hated that dude,
Yeah,
and by the end of the show, I'm like, get it, douche guy, get it.
Yeah, he
You
was-
deserve that happy ending.
John Ralphio too, which is hilarious from Parks and Rec.
Dude, that actually threw me off because I thought like she was gonna end up with Mike's brother, but she ended up staying with the dude.
Yeah, as she should.
Because he took a bat to a monster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't get. Come on. Come on.
I think like in a traditional, any other show, he would have just ran away, like
Yeah.
a douchebag character that he was portraying. But no, in Stranger Things, he manned up, he went in there and took a bat to a monster.
Yeah, and I do like that he told his friends that they're so miserable they try to make everyone else miserable because a lot of people exist like that in this world,
True that.
True.
and it drives me insane.
Hey, what did you guys think of the actual monster and the mystery surrounding it and that parallel universe?
I thought it was pretty standard stuff. Not that it was a bad thing, but I wasn't surprised by any of it really. I was just like, oh, you just took it as it came. I was like, no, this is just what I expect.
Yeah, those things are tough. You always build those up forever, and it's never. What's the word I'm looking for? Looks like a great payoff because it's a monster. What else can you really do?
Yeah.
It looks like a monster, but it's a large mouth.
But I did like the look of the upside down dimension.
Yeah.
I love parallel dimensions.
Yeah, I would like to say the parallel dimension they did a nice job with that.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Silent Hill, the movie.
Yeah, I called it the Dark World. Like that's
Yeah.
basically what it was.
Mhm.
And just the fact that like you enter that place and the atmosphere itself could kill you. It's just like a complete opposite of our world.
Yeah.
And I hope that they explore that place more in season 2.
Yeah.
Because I think there's some cool stuff that they can hopefully do with just that place in general.
I think my favorite scene was when they called the teacher and asked him to explain parallel universes. I just really enjoyed that. 'Cause I love parallel universes. I think that's fascinating.
That's fair.
There was one part of the show that which for me was actually, it kind of went past homage and it kind of came off as like a ripoff in a way. You know the part where Eleven she immerses herself in that sensory deprivation mode, and then she wakes up in that black space with a pool of water underneath her feet. That was exactly from the movie Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson, and there's a lot of parallels in that movie. Scarlett Johansson plays a mysterious and powerful and extremely dangerous woman who leads men into this black space where she consumes their bodies because she's a succubus.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
When did that come out?
2014.
Oh, okay. Well, it was recent.
Really good film. You guys should check it out.
Is that like an indie film?
Yeah, it was like an independently produced film.
Did you go in that room, Vic?
This sounds awfully familiar. So
Yeah, I would.
or Or would you rather stay home and watch Star Wars Episode 8?
Oh, it's episode 8 all day. Shoot, that's not even a choice, dude.
I thought so.
Maurice?
Episode 8.
Wait,
Do I know she's a succubus?
No, you have no idea.
Probably Episode 8.
But you see the room before you go in there.
Oh my god. Fuck no.
Yeah, like
Damn.
yeah, like if you see that movie and watch Stranger Things, it's the exact same thing.
Right.
Interesting.
It's, we do a whole cavernous room. It's all dark and puddle of water. Nope.
Right.
Nope.
But Scarlett Johansson's inside.
Oh, damn.
No, thank you. I don't even know if I do that if Jess was inside. That's terrifying. What did you think of the monster?
Yeah, I like the parallel universe more than I did the monster itself. Even though I thought, like, especially in episode 1, I thought they did an excellent job of introducing the monster. And the monster is generally, you know, interesting enough. It was scary enough. It reminded me a little bit of the monster from Pan's Labyrinth a tad bit. Which is a Guillermo del Toro movie that's an excellent watch. If you guys haven't seen that, you should check it out. Very creative film, as Guillermo del Toro stuff, you know, for the most part tends to be. But you know, Monster was like Victor said, it was standard fare, but like I said, the actual parallel universe was much more interesting to me than the actual creature itself. I felt that they could have, and I hope that they do, dedicate more time to the parallel universe itself, because I feel like they can make that a character in itself without having to, you know, resort to more monster, you know, or creatures chasing people for the upcoming season. So I'm interested to see what they do, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm very, very interested to see what they do with Will. You know, like at the end.
Myers, yeah. The ending of that was pretty crazy for sure.
Yeah, like the fact that he yacked up those slugs. Like, what becomes of those? Do they grow to be big creatures or something? Who knows?
Yeah. He just kept it moving. Totally did that in that bathroom. It was just like, Thanksgiving dinner. Let's go.
No one would believe me, even though I was literally trapped in an alternate universe for like 6 weeks. Only went a couple days, right? I think that's what they said. That's why no one cared about Barbara when she disappeared.
I was just going to say that. I'm like, yo, Barbara got no love.
Yeah, man, Barb got it the worst.
Yeah. I think it's because like Barbara caught it the worst and so quickly, like she became a fan favorite, like ironically.
Yes. Because everyone's like, oh, my best friend's dead. No, well, Merry Christmas. But they did, the Duffer Brothers did say it took place over like a couple days, so there wasn't even enough time for people to realize they were missing. It was, and I'm trying to imagine watching that as a younger fellow, because I remember I watched E.T. and that scared the shit out of me and a lot of that stuff.
Soft.
As a like 6-year-old.
E.T. scared you, man? I loved E.T. and I was 5.
No, then I was 2.
So?
So it's terrifying. Freaking government agents and shit. Get out of here.
Your parents probably shouldn't have had you.
Probably not. Probably not. Although I probably was like, oh, no, that's cool. Don't worry about it. And then I'm peeing my pants while I'm in bed.
I mean, to be fair, you still do that.
That is true. That is true, but I have a bag for it now. We asked our guest, and he said kids should not watch it. LSU podcast. He said, nope, do not let your kids watch it.
I could see that being pretty scary for a kid, for sure.
Yeah.
Should not watch that.
SAWFT.
Victor's going to be a great father.
Damn, I'll let my kid watch ET at 5.
Someday, when he's 50.
Hey, I watched RoboCop when I was 5 years old. Look at me now. I turned out great. The voice. Hey,
exactly.
I'll say,
look at you now.
Let me tell you, the voices in my head tell me I'm completely sane.
Our voices in your head,
Oh boy. What did you guys think of Eleven's performance? I feel like she might have had the toughest, go, or the toughest role to play. The super, lab engineered kid.
I'm kind of torn because her performance is definitely the most difficult because it toes that line between you feel sympathy for her, but yet you can be really annoyed with her doe-eyed silent shtick.
Yeah.
And even though I caught myself at times be like, oh, well, can you get on with it? But you understand her character's frustration because she understands everything that's going on around her and she wants to communicate, but she just can't find the words, so she's trapped. And I think that Millie Bobby Brown conveyed that very well but that still didn't change the fact that I was annoyed by her character at times. And I was like,
I agree with that. I'm kind of torn in between. I give her a pass because she had by far the hardest role probably out of anyone on the show, playing that character, and I think she did a pretty decent job. But at times she could definitely come off as annoying for sure.
What do you think, girl?
I loved it. I loved the performance, but I will say this: my favorite part though actually was the supermarket scene when she stole the Eggos and she just like smashed the door.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I thought she was great. She was adorable. It's really hard to not say words.
Did you hear about?
To convey?
Did you hear about the story about how they got her to cut her hair?
No. What's that?
No, she was like totally against it, but until she watched Charlize Theron and Mad Max,
Oh, wow.
and then Charlize Theron actually talked to her and convinced her to do it.
Nice. Wow.
That's great.
That's cool.
No, I just all the kids were great. I'm trying to think of a comparison for her, for a young, quiet actress who's playing someone that is supposed to be young and quiet, like Orphan maybe, or that Pet Sematary.
Was it maybe Haley Joel Osment from Sixth Sense?
Well, that's a little bit. He was amazing. That was like the bar, I guess. But that was also obviously a different medium with the movie and stuff. How did you guys feel about binge watching it? Do you think it would have been better off if they gave it 1 week per episode? Because there were some cliffhangers in there. And I feel like some shows, Breaking Bad in particular, are hurt when you binge watch it. I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if I watched it week to week. How do you guys feel about that? In Netflix in general with the binge watching.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly a cultural thing now.
Yeah.
And I find it an interesting topic. I tend not, I very rarely binge something. I just don't have the time to just straight up marathon a show or anything like that. But I don't mind it. So when I do get the chance and I can get in and I get sucked in by a show. When I do it, it's generally because a show is good enough to suck me into that level where I just want the next episode and I just want the next episode. You know what I mean? So I think if you're the type of person like me who continues to watch because the story is so good that it keeps you, sucked in and going and wanting more, then it's a good thing. I don't mind it. I actually like it, and I think that Stranger Things was, it's a perfect show to binge watch. It's a mystery, and everything surrounding it was really good, in the format, the way that they did it, where how they ended the episodes and everything. Just it kind of flowed really, really well.
They had a good chat. The chapters,
yeah.
Each episode had a beginning, middle, and end.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe they took that into account.
Those are my favorite book series as well, where it's a series of books, but each book has
its own contained story. Right. Yeah. Dresden.
Yep. Exactly.
Example, right. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't mind binge watching if you have the time to kick your feet up and just be lazy. I don't get that opportunity enough as a parent, and just the social calendar and whatnot. It's always busy times, but when I get the chance to, I enjoy it.
Good.
Yeah, I don't mind the marathon watching. I mean, I really like it when there's a self-contained season where you don't have to wait week to week, and the creators have the latitude to present their story in full.
That is nice. They know exactly. They have a full season. They can do this. They can do that. It's nice.
Yeah. So it's here's our story. We're not influenced by ratings or audience, feedback, which can derail the show. Look at Lost.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they needed to. Yeah, they didn't know they had how many seasons until season 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Now the only person I know that still watches those shows week to week and loves it so much is Colbert.
I enjoy it. I just enjoy the conversation of it. A couple of cousins of mine, we watch Empire week to week, and I always see them over the weekend. We always enjoy that discussion. But yeah, I also do when I have the time, because a lot of stuff that I have going on. I do enjoy to binge watch when I do have the time. So I'm once again on the fence.
I also think it depends on the show as well.
That too.
I definitely think that there are certain shows that that thrive in that binge watch format. I feel like Stranger Things is one of those. But for example, I feel like Game of Thrones is a perfect week to week show because there is so much fan discussion around that show where every episode is dissected and you go back and you listen to podcasts and you go on forums and you discuss and you talk about theories.
There's a lot to unravel.
There's a lot to unravel. There's a lot to unpack in there in every episode. So that show is perfect for the week-to-week format. I feel like if I watched Game of Thrones and just marathoned it, it would be a completely different experience for me.
Now, Carl, what do you do during commercials?
Get some to drink, go to the bathroom, whatever. Like a normal person would do back in the day.
On Thursday, my brother made a very good point. My brother Matt, we were watching the Patriots game. He said, I never watch commercials until football season starts. And then I remember how much I hate them. And then as soon as he said that, all I could think of was the commercials. Every time they came on, I was getting angrier and angrier. I was like, I don't want this truck. I don't want this Chevy truck. Get out of here! Like, it was wild. Like as soon as it just triggered, oh, this is awful. I don't know the last show, and the 8-episode format's good, and like Jessica Jones and all those guys, they have the 10 episodes. When I try to binge watch, like Arrow, 22 episodes in a season is tough. And you can tell where the commercial breaks are, and it just kind of takes out.
And you can also tell that there's some episodes that are just they feel like filler to pass the season.
Yes. Although I'm very interested, I will be watching the Super crossover because all of those 4 shows, Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, are all on CW.
Oh wow!
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And they're gonna have a crossover.
They're
with
a super
all 4
crossover.
shows?
Yes.
Wow.
And Superman is gonna be in the first 2 episodes of Supergirl,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I understand, he's getting good reviews, and it's the positive, awesome Superman that there should be.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So Zack Snyder had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Awesome.
So I will. Greg Berlatani, is that the producer's name? He's a producer for a lot of shows. I will watch the first. I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes with Superman, and I'll give my review because I'm curious to match him up against Zack Snyder.
I like it.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, boys, before we get to the question of the week?
No, just Stranger Things. It's a very, very good show. If you're a fan of mystery, sci-fi, horror, and a bit of that 80s nostalgia, check it out. And if you're a fan of good storytelling in general, check out Stranger Things.
Definitely a good water cooler show.
And Friday, Luke Cage. I hope that all of us will be able to catch at least a few episodes because I want to talk about it.
I know I will.
We could potentially do a half season. We'll see how everyone goes. We'll see how everyone goes. Because we'll definitely talk about it a month. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. Because I've been looking forward to that for a very long time.
Yeah, same here.
And it's a show that you'd have to violate this so-called code of yours. You know, if your significant others are struggling to catch up, leave them in the dust. You have a podcast to worry about.
It's a code, man. You can't break it. As a matter of fact, you and Vilma still cool after she watched a couple of episodes of Marco Polo without you?
It was a rough patch there, Carl.
Oh man,
it was dark times in my house.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
She definitely violated the codes, and I had to go back, and she was gracious enough to give up the TV so that I can catch up on the episode that she watched without me, and then we resumed watching it together again.
Okay, how many episodes was it?
2 episodes.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot.
I agree, Carl.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bunch of babies over here.
You just violated my trust, man.
That is the worst kind of trust.
Yeah.
I'd rather someone go into that disgusting room watch a show without me.
Disgusting room.
With whatever her face is in.
Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson? Oh, the black room, yeah.
Like, betray me that way, Dick. Carl, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, watch it. You'll enjoy it. I guarantee.
Guaranteed. Email to show your thoughts. CodexPodcast@gmail.com.
Leave us one of them their 5-star reviews on iTunes, please.
And special deal of the week: if you are a student of Victor Amoyo, he will give you an A+.
No, scratch that. Stricken from the record.
It's documented.
And remember, we're also on Google Play now. All you Android users.
We'll be adding to the Facebook live videos. Will actually go up on our YouTube as well. I'm going to get those on there, and our old episodes are being uploaded as well as not as we speak, but in the coming weeks. Definitely I would say by the end of October for sure. All of them. Carlberg, question of the week.
Well, we actually got another answer from last week on our Instagram. The question was, what was your favorite Saturday morning cereal and cartoon combo? So Lotus Star 05 said Spider-Man and Cocoa Pebbles. Listen to the podcast today, and honestly, it's always great listening during work.
Yo,
Nice. Thanks for
it
listening.
sounds like you're enjoying it. Give us a 5-star review, brah.
Literally copy your comment and then paste it into the 5-star review.
Right. We even with the Spider-Man and Fruity Pebbles comment.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
No
Thanks.
disrespect.
No, that is disrespectful. I'm sorry about that. Fruity Pebbles do suck. Cocoa Pebbles totally legit.
That requires another high five.
That was a good one. Wow, that echoed. Anything for next week, Carl?
What's your favorite all-time movie line?
Ooh. Hasta la vista, baby.
That is a good one.
Sorry, bro. You all lost. I am on record as saying that T2 is the best movie ever made. It is the best movie of all time. On record.
Yes. Wow, I actually have to think about that. Probably something Star Wars related. Like Never Tell Me the Odds. Really enjoy that.
Luke, I Am Your Father is a pretty iconic one. That's a good one.
Yeah, because he doesn't say Luke, I am your father. He says, no, I am your father. He doesn't actually say anything.
Whatever, man.
It's one of those lines that are things in the line, but it's not really a line. It's weird.
I think it's a line.
Right.
Han Solo's response to Leia just before he's dunked in the carbonite, where she says, "I love you," and Han responds, "I know."
Wow, that's really sweet.
It's not a line.
Yeah, it's good. He improvised that
It's
line.
a conversation.
He improvised that line.
It's not a line.
That counts.
No, Han
It's
Solo-
literally a line. Like you spitting game at me, Han Solo, before you go in that carbonite, Han Solo.
All right,
Like-
fine. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Carl.
I've been overruled.
This is a recent one, but somewhat recent one, but it was Bernie Mac and Soul Man. Fuck them kids.
That's not iconic, Carl.
It's not iconic, but that shit had me dying.
I'm gonna try to think of another one for next week because that's a really good question. I'm interested to hear the thoughts on that. Instagram, Facebook. You can find us on the Facebook Live. We'll be here every week. We finally got that situated. Apologize again for last week's little malfunction, but that
Yeah, Maurice.
yeah, whatever. Hey, I fixed it.
You fixed it.
So it's good to go going forward. So hope you join us here every week. I'll be here every Tuesday night, usually between 6 and 8. If we're gonna miss an episode, we'll let you know. Next week we're gonna try and talk about we're gonna try to watch little Luke Cage. I can't promise I'm gonna watch the entire thing, but I'll do my best. Even if we just do
Whatever
a
you
snippet
can
of
get
it.
to, man.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I think we can do a good discussion.
Yeah.
I'll watch one episode and talk about it.
Seriously, yeah. That's true. I didn't even watch the trailer, the last trailer.
Me neither.
Yeah. 'Cause
It's so close to
yeah.
release. I'm like,
I
no.
thought-
I'm already sufficiently hyped.
Right.
I
I am fully hyped at this point.
Exactly. But yeah, give us those 5-star reviews. We really appreciate it. It helps us get found. We're on the Facebook Live. If you have any thoughts, question of the week, you'll see that on our Instagram, quarterspinepodcast@gmail.com. You can email us. And if you Google us, you'll find us in every social media. And then hopefully one day we'll get on Snapchat, but we'll see. They're actually coming out with those Snapchat glasses. Did you see that? We'll talk about that next
I
week.
think I came across
Yeah,
it.
that's just going to be crazy. But yeah, we'll discuss it next week. Catch you all later. Later, nerds.
Later.
Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Cool.
Yay. We done?